back again with another one. Best Android 21. Originally, I wasn't going to make bring this deck back. I originally wanted to play this again, but all my pieces were scattered. But when I looked through my stuff, I found a bunch of pieces for this, and I'm like, let's see if she's still good. And to answer your question, watch the gameplay. But this was a terror when 21 was around. If green is relevant, if blue is relevant, she automatically is relevant. And let that answer the other question. Very good advantage leader. Gathers resources well, and she does a lot. The only caveat to her is she's more of a technical deck, and she has one major restrictions where you can't play cards by skills on your turn. Keyword, on your turn. So you can technically work around that, but that's their drawback, if anything. Wings at 4, draw 2. What she does best is play 21 cards, in which you can pay for that using your opponent's cards, especially if they're green or blue, because you still got to pay Pacific costs. But besides that, you are good. And she can untap your opponent's cards to stand them up, because she taps, or you tap your opponent's active mode cards. She can stand 3 back up through barrier, so you can tap them back down to use it to pay for a 21. That is her whole gimmick. And going, she still carries over that permanent, and just make sure I don't forget anything. Also, the Z Battle card 21 cards, you can play, or you can tap them for your 21 cards as well. Alright, let's get into the deck list. I made this super uber consistent, because like, if you brick with this deck, that is a personal choice on your deck building. I'm running this, helps me search out my extra cards, and also spirit boost to use the active menu on other ones, but we're not running Manaka in this build, but maybe for later builds. Search out my 21s or Android cards. Manipulate my energy to search or a rival threat. Then 21 cards. Only 2. Usually you run 4 of these and you get to produce tokens, but in 2026, making tokens is very at your own discretion, and do it at the right times, because of Black Man saying most of the main decks are, or most of the best decks are maining it or starting it. So you got to be wary of that on how you, or when you play your tokens. That's why a lot of people warn me not to play this, but we bringing it back later. Counterplay. Usually I would just run 3 to 4 of these, but only could find 2 at the time of this recording. But usually this is like your 4 of. This is like the best counter in the game, in my opinion. I'll follow them up with some okay counters just to fill that out, since you don't have for this. Still decent. You do make your 21. We'll go into when we get in the Z deck, but I would say this is the best boss in the game. Still, even after all the other bosses they've been, there's no boss that does what she does and closes out the game like she does. Alright, we still got it around. Then we following that up with 2 of our 8 drops. And yes, we get to turn 8. How do we get to turn 8? We ramp a lot. Then for our last 21 card, it's just in there for the burn. Then energy fodder. Rarely use that effect, but mostly energy fodder. And that's mostly the Android package outside of these super combos. If we playing a grind game, you want to whittle down your hand. If we planning to build on your opponent's board or disrupt, we're playing the untap. Uh, 3 Glorios, just more ramp, more energy, the more plays you can do. Gohan, one of our good untaps. Originally this was 18, but I decided to make it a Gohan just because he can do more stuff. And like after turn 3, we got a lot of energy to do whatever we want. Originally, why I put this back together is because of this card. It was a 4, but then we just cut it back to 2 just to make room for the other staples. Cause like after turn 4 is however you feel like winning the game. But she just card advantage, builds the energy, draws you cards. You will have enough energy to do both effects. But I just wanted a reason just to play Chila again because in the blue community we had discussions of whether this is viable or not, but depends on how good your defense is. Then other disruptions. I can't play cards on my turn, but I can play cards on your turn. And comboing is easy. That is easy. Then power 1-ofs. Goku, we don't mind hard casting. Or the Vegeta. And I wish I could play Broly, but I can't play cards by skills on my turn. I have to hard cast. And he reduces costs down. So that gets around my 21 effect. This is something I have to play. I wouldn't play it if I had the choice. I'd rather have Broly, but it still comes up sometimes. Hatch, just for those hyper aggro decks, or those players that know how to play hyper aggro, mostly. Just pressure, defense, 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 defense. Really good. Careful how you use it into Black Man Saiyan. That's all I gotta say. Side deck. Quates. Another Shumai Pilov. 3 Han. Final Hope Slash. Prospects. Another weakness. Beerus. And for some sauce, Vegeta the Cruel, that's ruining people's days, especially going to those matchups where I know most of your decks are 4 or less, and I can neg you too. Awesome. 16 just for like unison matchups, and my Spice was going to fit in the main deck, but just something I thought about going up. Z deck, 2 Android 21s. I was thinking about 3, but I said never mind. Cell, Goku, because we can swing a lot. Deborah, barrier removal, 18, take care of everything else. 2 of that. And this. I'm probably just going to cut one of these for a Vegito. I still like it, but somebody told me to run 2 of this instead. So I just rocking 2. But I might figure out Vegito back in here. But that is the deck. Let me know what you think. Check out the gameplays. And I'll catch y'all later.